Alright kiddies, here's what we got. Jim sold me a not working so good Pro Pointer. Let's see, am I focused? Yeah, I'm in frame. Okay, so I took a couple Q-tips and went over it with some alcohol because yeah, there's a lot of crud on it, but I see clearly what the issue is, and some of you already know all this. So this battery's low, but there's a 5-volt regulator in here, so I think a low battery's okay. Okay, so here's the LED. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a frame reference here so I know where I'm going. So anywhere from there to there, I'm good. Okay, so here's what happens. Here's the LED. Here's the switch. See, it doesn't stay. This doesn't stay connected. See there? So, okay, so no big deal. What we'll do right now is this bad boy, the switch has a problem. So we have, we got a couple of routes for this. I've taken a lot of switches apart in my life. I don't care how tiny they are. I've got a microscope that stereo microscope, so I can take switches apart easy, and I don't see how this one goes any different than any other. It's got a couple of frames on it, and you pull the frames out and it all comes apart. But here's what I've learned over time. Switches, it's usually just, this isn't turning on like your oven, something high current. This is just turning on a very light duty current. I hooked it up to the power supply, and while it's sensing something metallic and vibrating and the lights beeping, or lights flashing, it pulls about 80 milliamps, so 0.08 amps, which, it's a pretty good draw on a 9-volt battery, but it's not a lot in the scheme of things. So what I'm going to do is I have this stuff, let's see, can you guys see this? Yeah, so this stuff's actually really well renowned among technicians for fixing old pots and stereos and sliders and stuff. Old volume controls that get scratchy. This stuff works. It's crazy. I fixed my stereo that I had since the Christmas of 1977, about 2-3 years ago. It was getting scratchy, so there's a cleaner here. One of these is a cleaner and the other one's a conditioner. And the thing never made a sound after that. It worked perfectly. So that was something most people know about. You have to clean and treat pots every now and then. So let's take a look. It's called Deoxit. This one's Deoxit Gold, and this one's Deoxit. So Deoxit and Deoxit Gold. So let's see. I thought one. This one says enhances. Oh, this is for gold-plated connections. I seriously doubt that's gold-plated. This switches like this are usually 10. Because if that was a gold-plated switch, we wouldn't be having this conversation, one-sided as it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to soak that switch. I got to get the little red straw here. Hang on a second. It comes with one of these. You guys have seen these with your cans of carburetor cleaner. For those that know what a carburetor is. Sorry, I was just picking on the younger crowd. Anyway, okay, now you're gonna embarrass me and not go in the hole, huh? There we go. Okay, so let's see what we can get done here. All I'm going to do, I took a Q-tip and I wiped the switch off. I took a toothbrush and brushed off as much crap as I could. And now I'm going to try to just get, this is under pressure, so I'm going to try and just get a drop out of it and soak it, and then you work the switch like 20 times, and then we'll test it again and see if we have a repair, if this is going to work. So I'm going to shake this up. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I'm just going to shake it. They've been sitting, I haven't used them for a couple of years. Okay, let's see here. The idea is to put a drop on it, not spray it all over the place. So let's see how I do. We're in frame here. Okay, here we go. Hang on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, let's get this drop and put it in here. There we go. There we go. So, all you do is work the contacts. When I first got this thing, I got it in the mail just today. It, you know, you saw the switch. It was really bad. The one I sent back to Garrett, today's Tuesday. I sent it back like last Thursday. It would actually, you would click the switch, the thing would boot up just fine, turn on, and then beep one more time and shut off. And I was like, wow, this thing, you can, you know, mess with the switch and it'll not turn on or turn on. The other one wouldn't do that at all. So apparently this one has a lot more wear. The nose of it's worn pretty good, you know, so the previous owner, you know, it was useful to him. So let's try this and see if it works. This is on stuff like, you know, volume control pots and stuff on stereos. Those are usually real high quality and they're lubricated and la la la. So that's not this. This is a cheap switch, and I say cheap because we know that it is a problem for a lot of people. If you look on YouTube, there's a lot of videos. Okay, so I've moved it like a million times. Now, this is a two-part test. We're going to test it right now, and then we're going to test it 3 days from now, because that stuff tends to dry and settle and stuff like that. So, okay, so here we go. Alright. The battery plugged in. Okay. Let's see if I have something to tap on this with. Now I need something. Here we go. Okay, I'm trying to stay out of the picture, but here we go. Oh. Now see, now it's acting kind of like mine was. Yeah, it's still kind of flaky, huh? Let's see here. Yeah, if you just hit it and stop screwing with it, it's intermittent. Okay, well, alright. I buy that it's still intermittent. I still buy that. So what's the answer? What do you think it is? Okay, make sure the switch is up, because there's a gap in there that the stuff can go into a little bit. And let's see. You gotta push real slow on this thing. I mean, you just gotta be general, it'll shoot shit everywhere. I'm so afraid I'm going to blow this stuff all over the place. It's kind of like an oil, but it's more than that. It's a solvent, it's non-conductive, it's a whole lot of things in the same. Okay, here we go. Just see the motor spin a little bit. There was a little bit of energy in this capacitor. I almost lost the little fiber washer for the LED. I was brushing the board with a toothbrush and it fell right down in the trash can all the way to the bottom. Luckily I had my needle nose pliers and I got it out. That's been a theme with me, man. 2 dimes I was trying to clean, actually a bunch of coins. 2 dimes ended up in my garbage disposal. I got one out and I thought I was done. And then the other night I needed to use the garbage disposal and it was all seized up. So I found the other dime and got it out. I was like, man, you're getting good at dropping shit and getting it out of nowhere, you know? Well, that looks kind of dirty in there. Well, anyway, Do I see... You know, I don't know what I'm looking at. Well, I brushed that. Here, let's just do this. Let's go ADHD on it. It's got six pins on the back of the switch, so I assume it's double pull, double throw. Okay, there's a little drop hanging here. Oh, did I lose it? Oh, I did. I splattered it all over the place, dummy. Okay. I mean, I don't mind buying a switch. I just have to find the part number and look it up on DigiKey, and, you know, this is easy for me to do this kind of work, but so many people are going through this. I'm hoping that, I don't know what these cans were they 10 bucks each? These detox it things, 5 bucks each? I don't remember. If this switch is a mechanical issue, this isn't going to fix it. If it's just switches get oxidized and parts rub together and it creates its own dirt and it stops working, you know, stuff like that. So, all right, let's try it again. All right. Oops, hold on. Let me put this so you guys can see it. Okay, the switch is off. It's out. Yeah, see, it's still spazzing. See, the switch is in. It's in the on position, but if I wiggle it, it's unhappy. All right, well, that's how that goes. All right, well, we tried. All right, we gave it a shot, and that's okay. You know, just give it a shot. Try something different. I mean, I don't have a problem you know, desoldering this and taking the switch apart. I got no problem with that, but you know, I was just trying to see how this would go. And the other thing is, I can't figure out how to get the core out of here. I saw a YouTube video about it, but I can't find it. I pulled a little on the wires, but I don't want to pull very much. But I'd like to get this out, because when people push on the tip, these things will false, and also if you bend this whole thing, it'll false. And I thought, you know, I wonder if there's enough wall thickness in this plastic to thin it just a tad and then put in a O-ring, or, you know, even wrap it with tape so it's a little isolated and allowed to flex without going off, you know. So it's a guess, you know. The other thing is this battery might be causing the problem, because it's low. It's only got 7 volts in it. But like I said, there's a 5-volt regulator. Where is it? Right here. It's a 5-volt regulator, so everything on here runs on 5 volts. So a low battery, you know, isn't really a big deal. Oh, shit. Sorry, you guys. Alright, so what we're going to do here is try this one more time. Oh, I know. We're going to do it with the power supply. So the small end of this 9-volt battery is positive. And this is a current limiting supply, so if I do something stupid, I'm not going to ruin it, but I've hooked it up correctly. Let's see here. Alright. Yeah, that switch is just super flaky. Yeah, so it's not the battery being low. It's not got anything to do with it. It's good to know that there's a 5-volt regulator there, so you can run your battery down really low and not really worry about it, of course, in the field. If you're dead, if it's dead, you're in trouble. But okay. Well, I would say next step, I could wait 24 hours or something and see if that will get in there, or literally unsolder this and disassemble it and find out literally what the problem is with the switch. Because sometimes it's just some stupid damn thing that you could bend or tweak. I've put new pieces of brass in the contact section of switches before and gotten years of service out of them. So, you know, nothing is impossible. You know, but we know there's probably a diminishing return on this. You don't want to spend the rest of your life screwing with it. So, all right, I guess I'll call it good for now. Interesting. Never done this before. I got to figure out how to get that core out. All right, you guys. Thanks. See you. Bye. You know, it just occurred to me. I pointed something out that was wrong. This is the 5-volt regulator right here. This is a 5-volt regulator. You know, I'm supposed to know that stuff. So that's a 5-volt regulator here. This is the FET. And what this FET does is it, that's what fires the little motor. It makes it spin and vibrate and stuff. It fires that. It also fires the beeping. So that's what that FET does, is drive these two items. So I got it backwards. I kept saying it was this one. So there's the voltage regulator. There's the FET. And just that stupid little piece of information I wanted you to have. See you, bye.